started his journey in 1974, and the founder director of CINI, Dr. Samir Chaudhuri, he's now secretary. So he actually was passed out from AIIMS Delhi. He is a MD in pediatrics, but he didn't open any kind of medical outlet or dispensary on his own, but he came to his own native place in West Bengal, Kolkata, actually in South 24 Parganas district, which is a very much resource poor district in India. And he observed that there are many cases and many cases of malnutrition among children, deprivation among the community. So he decided to start an organization which can help children and women who are in distress, who are in a marginalized population. So he took support from Loreto Sisters in Kolkata, and CINI started his journey in 1974. So we registered in 1975. So that is CINI's beginning. In our journey, we realized that definitely education is very much needed for this population, for their upliftment. Protection of rights is a mandatory thing. So we decided to focus on four sectors: health, nutrition, education, and protection together, not in a vertical mode. And though we started our journey in 1974 with this vertical mode, that time we were also in the vertical mode. But we realized that one is that after 2005, Government of India launched huge mission, National Rural Health Mission. Now it is National Health Mission. Then Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan came. Then Integrated Child Protection program came. And also for adolescents, Government of India launched in 2004 Rashtriya Kishor Swasthya Karyakram, and the entire gamut of health nutrition sector is changed under the umbrella of RMNCH+E. So India's program scenario, policy scenario also changed, and CINI also changed herself. With that, changes in the development sector in India. And we realized that we are delivering services for the poor population or marginalized population, but government is also coming with different services. So why we will duplicate the services? Let's take another approach, different approach, where we can take the services to the last mile of the people. So we are bridging playing the role of facilitator and bridging the gap between the government and the community. And we are building capacity of the government service providers, and their soft skills like counseling, how to handle the population kind of thing, as well as we are building capacity of community. And we are building their capacity on how they will recognize that malnutrition is a problem, that mental health is an issue which should be dealt by the family. So we are building their capacity on that, and also we are building their capacity so that they can take part in the development process of their own area and of their own life. So that is now the changed approach of CINI since 2010. So almost 20 years. We are running, running our programs through this approach, which we called as CINI method. And the community-based approach, which is known as creating child-friendly community. So be it a slum, be it a rural area, be it a village. So we are following this CINI method, and we are engaging community through this child-friendly community approach. And also another change, another shift is there, that we believe in human rights based approach, where the duty bearers, that is government, and also NGOs, civil society organizations, panchayat raj institutions, local government, so they have to play their roles to fulfill the rights of the children, adolescents, and women. So that is the basic of our approach, and we are there to support community, to support government. So it is not that we are only I mean, building capacity of community for advocating for their rights, we are also preparing government so that they can handle the issues. They can fulfill the rights of the children, adolescents, and women in in one area. And another shift was there in the approach in 2010. And actually, I mean, when we shifted our approach, we actually, I mean, like involved all of our, I mean, like workers from village to the state level to national level, so that they can contribute their own experience in the field area. And then we, I mean, realize that this should be senior approach right now, not to duplicate, but to facilitate the services and programs, to strengthen government programs. And in another, change in our approach is giving much importance on the role of Panchayati Raj institutions and urban local bodies, because they have that authority to monitor, in one panchayat area and also in one ward in urban area. And third shift was we started our interventions in area based approach. For example, for example, if one resource poor area in Murshidabad is Shuti 2. Shuti 2 is a block, a community development block, where we are getting fund from one donor on nutrition, child malnutrition or child nutrition. Then we are, when we are writing proposal or when we are discussing with any other donor, we are convincing them that please give your money on health and nutrition in this area, so that we can, converge all the programs and services, and we can, develop a holistic model, of this multi-stakeholder convergence approach. Our entry points are women's self-help groups, children's groups, and different platforms. You know that, under different programs, there are different platforms. For example, village level child protection committees are there, and panchayat level committees are there. And for health and nutrition, there are village health, nutrition, and sanitation committees. So different committees are there. We try to bring them together in one platform, so that they can they can start dialogue with each other. So that is the collectivization. Third one is collective analysis. We build their capacity on how to analyze their own problems. So with a very simple social resource map, which is a one's plain paper, where they draw their own houses, and they use bindis, this type of bindis. In that, they use black bindi, in which household there are dropout children, or there are the malnourished children. So likewise, they use different colors and icons for that, and they analyze their own situation of their own village or own gram panchayat. And for that, these three stakeholders, as I mentioned, that panchayat or urban local bodies in urban area, service providers, and children women groups, they sit together. For that, we do training, we do different meetings with them. And so that is the collective analysis. Then the prioritization. Suppose in collective analysis, 20 issues are coming out. That is the issue for the village. So we call them that you prioritize in next 6 months how we can solve and what issues you can solve. Then you take another 10 issues for next 6 months. So in that way, we they prioritize their own issues, and for that different PR exercises we use, participatory rural appraisal exercises we use for that. And then is the planning. After prioritization, planning stages coming, where they plan, and they actually identify what are the resources for that, who are responsible for that kind of. So a format is there for that. And in each and every step, we try to make them understand what is child friendly, what child friendly community is, and how it looks like. Okay. And after that, after planning, implementation, that 6 days is there. And then monitoring. And monitoring also we try to, like make them to build their capacity and community-based monitoring through different, very simple tools. So that's in that way, if you see from first step, no one issue is highlighted. It is a holistic issue of the village or gram panchayat or urban ward, and it is they are coming together to discuss, to understand the issues, and they are planning together. And sometimes it is beyond education, protection, health and nutrition, which is CINI's priority. But sometimes it is, the village or community priority is very different. For example, in one slum area of Kolkata, their priority was how to, how to be free from the alcohol shops which are in their community, because they are, adolescents, children are also, teased by the people there. They are facing problems when they're going to school. So that was their priority. And accordingly, CINI has to take the steps. It is not that we will say that no, you do only education, protection, health, nutrition. It is not possible. So that is our convergent multi-stakeholder approach, and we are trying to, learn more and experiment more on that. And it was really not very easy in the initial stage. But when community is, advocating for that issues, that why mother child protection card is not here, why Anganwadi workers are not owing our children. So then, because it is not CINI, it is community, service providers are also now listening to them, self-help groups, children groups, because they also understand that these community groups are not to, find the fault of them. They are also here to support them. So that is the basic approach of CINI. From the sustainability point of view, if you just look into our approach, so CINI is nowhere. CINI is just in the backbench and playing the role of facilitator. Community is, right from the beginning, community service providers who are at the grassroots level and the local self-government, they are actually taking the ownership. So we are only trying to build a capacity and link them with each other with different tools, different, manuals, modules kind of thing. So from the sustainability point of view, definitely we believe that if community take the ownership, so they actually take the messages forward. And our, the programs of 3 to 5, after the completion of the program of 3 to 5 years, we generally move to another area, and we give only some handholding support to this community, so that they can take the message forward, but not the full-time basis, maybe once in a 6 month or once in 4 months kind of thing. So that is from the sustainability point of view. And as we are, linking them with education, linking them with, services, so livelihood issues are also covered. And also the families who are, really poor and can't, send their children to the class, because up to class 8 it is, free of cost education, but 9 to 12 is not free. So we are also linking their families, their parents, with different social security schemes in their panchayat. So that also we are doing. And also, we are trying to, address the social barriers like child marriage, child pregnancy, and also, malnutrition, as I told, anemia, so that these children can, take, use their full potential, and they will be well educated. They will be, and sometimes who are out of school since 3 to 5 years, we are linking them with vocational training, so that they can earn something, some money, for their own. The Government of India program Sabla, now it is known as Scheme for Adolescent Girls. And in West Bengal, it is converged with Kanyashree Prokalpo. So Kanyashree is a Chief Minister, West Bengal Chief Minister's dream program to empower girls, to retain them in schools, as well as to, I mean, prevent their marriage before 18 years. So that's why it is a conditional cash transfer scheme. Through CINI's advocacy, because CINI was implementing in partnership with the government that Sabla program since 2011. In 2014, when Kanasri program launched, we advocated with the government that the age group is almost similar, and you are, I mean, Kanasri Prokalpo is, our program is, I mean, handling the issue of education and child marriage, but Sabla program is comprehensive, which is, addressing the issue of health, nutrition, life skills education kind of thing. So why we not merge them? And so that you can get a better result among the girls. So I mean, in that way, I mean, it was started in 7 districts, and now it is in all districts of West Bengal, all 23 districts of West Bengal. And CINI is the technical support partner of government of West Bengal, WCD department, Women and Child Health Development Department. So when I see a journey of a girl in that, convergence program, so I can clearly see that, I mean, like a girl who was coming to the centers, it is mainly through the Anganwadi centers, ICD centers, who was not, I mean, talking, keeping eyes, to each other. Uh, I mean, she was, I mean, just sitting like this, I mean, head is, I mean, just towards the, down. And now after 2-3 years of training, 2-3 years of sessions, now she is advocating with the panchayat leader that why you are not giving sanitary napkin for us, why you are not, I mean, giving like training for us on this. So that is the change we can see among the girls. And they formed groups which known as Kanasri groups, and they are in groups, they are now preventing child marriages, preventing marriages of their own friends. They are talking to the parents of that child that why you are giving, organizing marriage in this, I mean, age of 16 or 17, let her study, let her, just stand on her own feet, and then you give marriage. So this type of empowerment, this type of, issues, we can see changes, we can see through these, preventive and empowerment program approach. We started in a very small area in West Bengal, in rural area. Then we moved to urban area. And in 2000, it is probably 2002 we started our intervention in Jharkhand. Then 5 years back, almost 5-6 years back, we started intervention in Odisha, and 2 years back we started in Assam. And each and when we are expanding our geographical area, institutionally we assure ourselves that yes, a model is ready, a base model is ready, which we can take to the other area in other districts or other states. We have to customize, any base customization, because in Jharkhand situation is very different from West Bengal, in Assam it is totally different. But a base model, base learning package is ready with us, learning and training package is ready with us for government, for community, as well as for other NGOs, because CINI also believes in networks and coalitions. So we are part of different coalitions. So in other areas in Jharkhand, in West Bengal, different areas also in Murshidabad and other districts, we are also implementing through our partners. So we are giving them technical support, they are implementing. So that model is also there. And for government training, CINI is the state nodal agency for ASHA program. So we are building capacity of government functionaries as well as NGOs who are, building capacity of their ASHA of their own district or block. So that is one. For Anganwadi workers also, we are the training center. In Jharkhand, we are the Sahiya Resource Center. So we have that, that scope to build capacity of the government functionaries, as well as we are, believe in the community, community groups, and community platforms like village health and sanitation committees, village level child protection committees, or ward level child protection committees. So we are building capacity of them in the respective area. So in that way, we I mean, our approach is to take our learning with I mean, tools and packages to other area, and accordingly we are scaling up. And now our policy is to focus on Northeast India. So we call it Look East policy, so that we can, I mean, do more for the vulnerable communities of Northeast India.